And welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while, maybe you have not noticed, but haven't made a video for about 3 weeks, provided that, well, when I filmed this it's about 3 weeks, so hopefully I'll be able to upload this pretty soon. I've had some problems with my laptop. It's basically stopped working and I had to call customer service, and they concluded that there is something wrong with your hard drive. We're gonna send you another one for free, and I'm currently installing that, and it's taken a while to get it, and well, now it's taken a while to install it, and anyway, it just took some time, and yeah, but finally it seems like things are working, or they will work soon. It's actually still installing. Anyway, this is a DVD and Blu-ray haul video that I made. Well, I actually filmed an unboxing of this when I ordered it, but everything on my computer, well, when it is gone, including this video, including another video too. You know, what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna have to refilm it. So unfortunately, no unboxing of this, but I am gonna show it to you. Well, I'll just give you a peek right there. Lots of stuff that I got on a 50% sale that we had here in a store. I usually take advantage of that. They have that one day in January every year, and I've taken advantage of that the previous 2 years as well. I can link those videos down below if you want to. But this is this year's haul. I ordered this like a month ago, so now well, the good thing about this video being late, I guess, is that I've actually watched a lot of them now. I can talk about the stuff that I've watched. When I unboxed it, I couldn't say anything about anything, more or less, because I hadn't seen anything, but now I can. So, without further ado, I'm gonna put the camera on the tripod. I'm gonna talk about these things. Yeah, let's get back to YouTube. Right, so, like I said, lots of stuff, and like you saw, quite a bit of stuff to go through. And I'm going to I have a lot of Swedish stuff. Well, a few Swedish things. Anyway, I'm gonna do those last. But anyway, we got the Descendants. I've seen this before, by Alexander Payne. Recently we watched Nebraska again and enjoyed it a second time, so I thought that I would get this and enjoy this a second time too, and I kind of did. I don't fully get the movie. Maybe it's very sort of, well, the style of the movie is very very original. I mean, it's kind of minimalistic somehow. I don't know exactly. I do like it. It's a very kind of enjoyable, peaceful little movie. I described Nebraska as peaceful too, actually. They just keep on falling. Well, usually it's fine when you drop a DVD, but you just witnessed or you just overheard a DVD app breaking. Yeah, it broke. God damn it. And not the case either. I can just switch the case, but the cover. I'll show that one next, I guess. That is. Anyway, like I was saying, Descendants. It's a pretty good one, but I enjoy Nebraska more if I'm gonna compare it to that one. The one that just broke, and this is quick change. Can you see that little gash there? It's a hole in the plastic and in the artwork too. That just happened. You can see it easier here from the back. See? Fucking hole through there. God damn it. Well, it's not a big deal, but it's kind of unfortunate. Never had that happen in a video before, I don't think. Oh well. Quick change with Bill Murray, Gina Davis, Randy Quaid. This was kind of enjoyable, kind of forgettable too, but I like the premise. It's a funny movie. Let's see. Let's do the other ones that fell. Let's hope that none of those broke. I actually haven't checked them. I just saw that the one there was broken. We have Grudge Match here with Stallone and De Niro. Very enjoyable, I definitely liked it. There was something quite special about this that I really did like. I don't know exactly what to say about it. It's just an enjoyable movie. I thought they did a pretty good job. Prince Avalanche. Did this break? No, it did not. Paul Rudd, Emil Hirsch. Like I said when I unboxed it, it says Emil Lee Hirsch. That's a typo. This was this basically, it takes place in 19 something. I don't know exactly. I'll write the year here. After a big sort of forest fire that destroyed lots of houses, and I don't know if it destroyed the roads too, but after this happened, these two people, they're on the roads and they're kind of painting, the paint in the middle of the road, whatever. That's basically their job. That's what they're doing, and you follow them while they do that. So kind of like a road movie, not really. It's mainly about the two of them. They talk about all kinds of things, and I liked it. It's just the two of them talking, two very different personalities, yeah, it's pretty good. A couple of definitely pretty touching sequences. Next one, speaking of touching, I definitely enjoyed this a lot. It's called, Swedish title is Victor and Josephine, but the English title and the French title, because this is a French animated movie, is Ernest and Celestine. Very good story in this. I mean, the animation is beautiful, but the story is just great. Everything comes together really well, and it's about the friendship of a big bear and a little rat or a mouse, the mice, they're forced to live, in subterranean areas. I mean, underground, and it kind of has some social commentary, I suppose. But the story is great. Animation is beautiful. The friendship between the two is, of course, what the movie is about. Surprisingly, that's not what I like the most about it. But it's a great one. And then let's see. I have 4 seasons of a show here. Well, actually, I only got one from this sale. Monty Python's Flying Circus. I had the 3 ones previously. I've had these for like 5-6 years. Remember seeing the first 2 in 2009 in the summer sometime, I think, and I really enjoyed them. Oh, no, sorry, the first 2 and the third. Saw this a few months later and did not enjoy it as much. And since then I've watched Monty Python sketches on YouTube, and I've watched the movies, and watched some of the stuff that the members have done after Monty Python, on their own and stuff, and just gotten a much bigger fan of Monty Python without really having seen the original show since 2009. So I thought that I would finally get the 4th season that I don't have and rewatch the whole show from the beginning. And currently I've finished season 1. I have a few episodes left of season 2, and after that I'll start season 3 and eventually move on to season 4, the one that I've not seen yet. I don't know if I'm going to watch all of these over again. I have enjoyed the first 2 seasons or series again, but like I said, I remember not liking this one quite as much in 2009. Maybe I will now. I mean, this fish slapping sequence on the cover is funny, and there were some other funny things I remember, but anyway, we'll see. But it's a great show. We'll move on to let's move that out of frame. Futurama Season 7, or actually Season 7 Part 1. They kind of screwed up a little bit with the box sets here. That's, Season 7 contains 26 episodes. This has 13, and Season 8 has 13 too, so they've divided the 7th season onto 2 box sets, calling them Season 7 and Season 8. Anyway, Season 7 Part 1. Kinda regret not getting the last one too. Last 13 episodes would have been just as cheap as this, which is not a bad price at all. I enjoy the show still. I mean, I know it's over now, but anyway. But it's not as good as it was before. Big fan. Pretty good movie, really. I really did like this quite a bit. Patton Oswalt, Kevin Corrigan. Just a movie about two, especially him, but really two kind of lonely guys, outsiders, kind of devoting a lot of their lives to I don't even know what sport it is. New York Giants. Is it? I don't really care what sport it is. I guess American football or whatever. And they that's basically their life, their passion. And it's about Patton Oswalt. He gets beaten up by one of his by his biggest idol, basically a football player. And after that, it's about how he deals with that, I suppose. And it's good. I really did like it. This next one I think I watched a couple of days ago. It's Sightseers, one that I've heard a lot about and really been wanting to watch. It's by Ben Wheatley, I think his name is. I think he might have done that movie Kill List, which I saw. Did not like too much, but this one I like. This is kind of like I don't know how to describe the comedy. It's a black comedy about serial killers, or, well, he is a serial killer in a way. Well, I don't know if he is before the movie, but anyway, he sort of drags her into the whole serial killing business while they're on a holiday. Yeah, I don't know, like I said, how to describe the humor. Kind of like a quirky, deadpan, really dark kind of humor. I don't know, but it was pretty. It was not as hysterically funny as I wanted to think, or as I had thought that it would be, hearing about it through the years, or well, for the past couple of years. But it's really quite original. They were both good, but she was terrific. Some of these sort of outbursts, whatever, that she does, just super funny. She was great. We got Cliffhanger, which was a very enjoyable Stallone adventure movie with what's his name? Michael Rooker. That's it. I was gonna look on the back, but I thought of it in the last minute. Michael Rooker from The Walking Dead and Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. I don't know if he wasn't great in this. I suppose it's not about the acting, this movie, but anyway, John Lithgow is in it. It takes place on the mountains, you know, the snowy mountains, and looking for money, whatever. It doesn't have a whole lot to offer, but what it does offer is a very enjoyable movie. So let's see, got quite a few TV shows, and here's another one, Up All Night, with Will Arnett, Christina Applegate. Halfway through the second season, I think Christina Applegate and someone else left the show, and it was cancelled or whatever, and you know, so they didn't finish the second season, or it never finished airing. So this one is the only one that's out on DVD. But I kind of liked it. I mean, especially the first. Well, I mean, I enjoyed most of it. I really got into it and really enjoyed, you know, being in their lives after they've had a kid. It was just a cozy little show. But then after so and so many episodes, I don't know, kind of lost interest. I watched all of it, but it was just the same formula over and over, and it just didn't really work for a full season, perhaps. But so, you know, I understand that it was cancelled in season 2, I suppose. But I enjoyed most of it. It was, you know, it's not the show that either Will Arnett or Christina Applegate will be remembered for. I mean, you all know, most people know what shows they will be remembered for, as of now, anyway. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah, okay. Metalhead, an Icelandic movie about this girl. You can see she wears corpse paint, and that's really the reason why I wanted to watch this for so long, and of course the fact that it's called Metalhead. I assumed that it was about black metal, and it's not really about black metal. It's about, she lives in Iceland. I don't know how old she is, they never really say, but I think she might be in her early 20s, maybe. And she lives in a very secluded little place there. Iceland, I guess, doesn't have a huge population to begin with, but she just gets kind of isolated, and this is also has quite a lot to do with the fact that her brother died from a tragic freak tractor accident when he was, well, maybe 10 years before the movie takes place. So it opens with that, and he had a big interest in metal, so she sort of inherits that interest, and she gets full of teenage angst or whatever, even though she's an adult technically, I guess. But anyway, and yeah, it's about her discovering metal and then living the metal lifestyle. You know, it's not entirely about that. They could have done it so much better. And like I said, with the black metal, well, did I say that? Maybe I shouldn't take that for granted, that people know what corpse paint is. Basically, it's an extreme kind of metal, extreme metal genre called black metal, and the people in that, well, band members of black metal bands, they wear paint like this, and it's called corpse paint. And she does record a black metal song in the movie, a little while into the movie, and then I won't spoil the ending, but the ending has an obvious reference to a certain Norwegian black metal band, which they just half-assed it. It was kind of obvious what they were getting at, but they should have done it properly if they did it at all. You know, it just didn't work. So that aspect of the ending I can't say I liked. I mean, it was cool that they included it in a way, but I just kind of wish that they would have made it better. But the very last scene is very good, I think. It just, yeah, I like the last scene. And before that, they perform a much more melodic version of her raw song that she records earlier in the movie, and that's a very touching scene. Anyway, it's pretty good one. It definitely has its fault, or you know, there are some things that could have been improved for sure. Overall, I liked it though. We got Bad Milo. It's about this monster that lives in Ken Marino's ass, and it crawls out, and it's his inner whatever it was. It's pretty funny. I kind of liked it. Enjoyable. I could see myself maybe watching this again. I mean, it was not complete shit, but it was pretty cheap horror comedy. Peter Stormare, whatever, Swedish actor, he's in this. Although he's in it quite a bit, but all of his scenes are in the same room. Anyway, and then who else is in this? What's their names? Patrick Warburton and Stephen Root are in this too. So pretty good cast, and an enjoyable movie, I guess. We got Fading Gigolo with Woody Allen and John Turturro, by John Turturro. The only reason I got this really was because Woody Allen. I mean, besides Woody Allen's performance, this really wasn't that great. I didn't really get it. There might have been some religious satire that I didn't pick up on, so I'm not going to criticize it, you know, for being as being a shitty movie. But I didn't really like it that much. But like I said, Woody Allen, he was the main reason why I bought this, and he was funny, so I'm not going to complain. Then I'm going to show 2 shows at once. Well, actually, first off, Getting On, Season 1, an American show from HBO that I had sort of heard of a little bit before, and then I found this on the sale, and I was kind of, well, I just felt like getting this for sure. And I went on IMDb and I looked it up a little bit, and I realized that it's an American version of a British show. And I just happened to find the British show on the sale too, so I picked it up as well. Series 1 of both shows. This one only contains 3 episodes, actually, half an hour each. This one contains 6 episodes. And these episodes, the storylines in them are largely based on the ones in this. I gotta say, the UK one is better, but I enjoyed the last 3 episodes here more than the first 3, because well, in the first three episodes, like I said, things happen in these 3 episodes too. But the second half of this, I'm sorry, mixing this together, or you know, but the second half of these episodes, last 3 episodes, they might be based on the first 3 episodes of series 2 of this, or whatever, but I've not seen series 2 of this, so I wasn't constantly thinking of what stuff are similar to the British episodes and what stuff are different. I was just enjoying it as a show, and so, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, okay, I talked enough about that. But yeah, getting on, both good. Well, maybe I can't say that the American one was good. If I would have seen the first 3 episodes of series 2 of the UK one, it's possible that I would not have enjoyed those episodes from the maybe you have no idea what I'm talking about anymore. Oh, sorry. Anyway, let's move on. 4 Rooms. I have not seen this yet, still in the plastic. But these are four short movies by these directors here. I know, of course, Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez. Tarantino is the reason why I bought this. And yeah, I've not seen it yet, so I can't really comment. We got season 1 of New Girl. I kind of wish I would have seen a few more episodes of this, because I'm not entirely sure what I feel about it at the moment. When this started, I didn't like it. Just thought that she was pretty good, so did Chanel, but the 3 guys here, thought they were incredibly generic and dull characters and not very talented actors. Now I've seen maybe 6 episodes or so, and I think it's getting better. I start to appreciate it more, and I don't hate these 3 guys as much as I did in the first few episodes. Actually, this guy is replaced. He was played in the first episode by another black guy, so they replaced him with, I don't know why he left, but in the second episode you had that guy instead. It's not the same character, but it's obvious that he was replaced because he's also black. Anyway, so I can't really say what I feel about the show. If it keeps going in the same direction, then I'll end up liking this, I'm sure. But at the moment, I'm kind of on the fence, so yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, could turn into a pretty good show. And then I have a few titles left before I'm gonna talk about the Swedish stuff here. I'm gonna show these 2 at once. I've actually not seen them yet, but I'm very excited to see, especially Prisoners. But then we also got Wild at Heart. Why I'm showing these at the same time is because they had these for 29 crowns, and they had a sale with a few titles. These were included in the sale, and then of course with the 50% off, these were only 15 crowns, which is not even two bucks. That's a really good price for these. I mean, $2 each, maybe $3.50 for both, something like that. It's just a great price for these. So, and Prisoners, I've been wanting to see. Wild at Heart is a David Lynch movie that I have not seen, so can't go wrong, I guess. Alright, last title before I'll move on to the few Swedish things that I have. We got a Louis de Funès, or I recently heard someone pronounce it Louis de Fun, so that might be how you say it, but anyway, the Big Laughter box set. 4 movies with him. These are released by Studio S, and you have 3 different box sets, the Big Laughter box sets 1, 2 and 3, because like I said, this is the first one. Well, maybe I didn't say that, but it's obviously the first one. And they are also released, these movies, on separate releases. And I thought this release would have like a slip cover or whatever, and then the 4 different movies inside, but it's a very kind of cheap release with not even any descriptions of the movies on the back, and in the inside of the case you have all the movies stacked like this. So I'm thinking of, you know, because I had these 3 movies, Rabbi Jacob, this movie and this movie, I don't know what these are called, I'll write it here. I have them on separate, actually these exact releases already, and I only needed this one. But I thought that I would get the box sets because they're kind of a little bit cheaper than the separate movies. thought that I would get the box sets and I can just get rid of these 3, and then eventually I'll get the second 2 box sets too, because I don't have any of those movies yet. But I didn't know that the packaging was going to be this cheap, so now I'm thinking of getting rid of this and and getting the other movies that I don't have yet on separate releases. I don't know. I haven't seen this yet. I'll write the title here. This is the only one that I've not seen yet, and I still haven't gotten around to it since I bought this. But yeah. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep this and just get the other 2 anyway and save some space, or if I'm gonna be that, you know, collector-minded about it or whatever. Because I want the separate releases, because I want the covers and I want the art, whatever. Anyway, we'll see. But alright. Then the Swedish stuff. Okay, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. Tillbaka till Obroma. Yeah, with this guy Peter Magnusson, he's a comedian. He plays 3 different characters, the same characters he played in a miniseries, which was kind of funny, but I don't see why this movie needed to be made. It says here, the best thing that Peter's done. Well, obviously they're gonna write something like that on the cover, but it's not. Definitely not. It's not that he's done a bunch of masterpieces, but I've always liked him. But yeah, it's no. Well, okay, let's see. We got season 1 of a very popular Swedish show called Rederiet. This is season 1, and they recently released it. This one was released last year in the summer sometime, I think. And then now they've released maybe six seasons, and all in all, well, they made 20 seasons of this. So if it keeps selling, which I'm pretty sure it will, then eventually there will be 20 of these box sets out. And so yeah, I've only seen this. This was aired from 1992 to 2002, and it's the most popular soap opera in Sweden that there has ever been, I think. And I never really followed this. I mean, I was only 10 years old when it stopped airing. But I've seen episodes here and there, or parts here and there. I recognize the theme song very well, and I just kind of know about the show, and I always have, but I never watched it. But since they started releasing these now, and since I got this for a really good price, I decided that I would get it and check it out and see if I liked it. And I've seen 3 episodes so far, and it's not bad. I think it just might be a show that I could get into. If I'll get all 20 box sets, I kinda doubt that I ever will. But if I do, well, we'll see. Maybe. Then we got a kind of comedic theater, well, stage performance, live performance called Lickteig A Man, which translates to Real Men, with these 4 people here. Yeah. There are 2 comedians slash actors. 1 actor, he's more of a serious actor, and I guess he has acted, but he's mainly known as a musician or a vocalist. This is a live performance where they don't have any props. You can see here they're sitting on some sort of ramp that goes up, and this is the stage. It continues like that, it goes up like that, and another one up like that, and that's the stage. And they sort of use that for different purposes, but mainly they use pantomime to convey what's going on. Of course they talk too, but there's an underwater sequence, and then they swim. They're walking and doing this with their hands, or you know what I mean. They're drinking with their hand. They're on a boat and they're swaying. You know, stuff like that. So they get to use body language, I guess, and pantomime, whatever you want to call it, which is pretty cool actually. They don't barely any props. They have an apple, 2 chairs. Pretty much that's it. Not much more. It's just about focus on the actors, really, not about what's going on around them. I guess they create the environment through what they're doing and what they talk about, of course. But yeah, it was enjoyable. Then we got a show called Jävla Casa, which means fucking Casa. That's a name. Yeah, this is a little show about, I don't know exactly. Haven't seen this yet, but it's with a few people who've done some things together. Actually, you see one of these people, Johan Ulveson, is on the back there. It's the same guy in this show, one of the guys in this show. Just since I just talked about that, I just thought that I'd mention. And yeah, he's pretty much one of my favorite comedians slash actors in Sweden, gotta say. But yeah, I haven't seen this yet, so I can't really say what I think about it. Two things left. First up is a movie called Rymdinvasion i Lappland. Now this has two versions. The English title of the original Swedish version, well, this is actually a Swedish-American production, but it's shot in Sweden, and it has Swedish producers, an American director, but Swedish producers, so I guess it's a Swedish production. And like I said, the American title of the Swedish version of this is called A Terror in the Midnight Sun, right there on the back. But this was re-edited. I don't know if you can see, but this was re-edited into an American version or whatever, distributed in America, and that movie has a different title, Attack of the Animal People or something like that. And I haven't seen that. This only contains the Swedish version. There is a box set that contains both of them, but that other one, Attack of the Animal People, whatever, it's just the same movie, but they've edited it in a different way, I guess. That's what I've heard. Maybe they've you know, excluded some things and maybe shot some new things. I don't know. But this Swedish movie, this Swedish version, which is the one that I'll talk about now for a little bit, it's a sci-fi movie from 1959, sci-fi horror movie, very cheap movie. Haven't seen a whole lot of these kinds of movies, especially not Swedish movies, you know, Swedish corny sci-fi movie from the 50s. This is probably the first one that I've seen, and it was fun. I mean, they talk English in it with Swedish accents. There's some Swedish in this, but mainly English. Yeah, and it's about a monster. It doesn't really matter what it's about, does it? You get the picture. It's not bad. Well, it is kind of bad, but certain scenes are really cool. Actually, they have a cool atmosphere to them, and I didn't mind it. It was very enjoyable. Last thing, I've not opened this yet. It's the big Pilsner Box Set. I talked about the Louis de Funès Big Laughter Box Set. You can see that this box set has a similar name. That's because it's also released by Studio S. They released some good stuff the last few years. These are 6 movies. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See the titles here? Well, this is one, and then another 5 here. 6 Swedish so-called Pilsner movies from the 30s and 40s, or from the 30s and 1940. Yeah, I haven't seen them yet, so I don't know exactly what they are, but they're supposed to be kind of corny, goofy, cheap Swedish comedies, maybe slapsticky, farcical movies that weren't at the time very praised by critics at all. But there's a second box set, and there were other kind of similar movies made, I guess. Excuse me. Other kind of similar movies that were made at the time, so I guess since they kept making them, people enjoyed watching them, but they're not supposed to be very good. But I can't really say for sure because I've not seen them yet. I mainly got this because I think these box sets, they've sold pretty well, and this was pretty cheap. So I just thought that, well, I've seen this around, I'll just pick it up and I'll see what it is, see if I like it. And if I do, I'm sure I will not regret it, you know. I mean, I've never really thought about watching a bunch, you know, Swedish old movies like this. But anyway, I'm just going on and on. So there we go. That's the stuff that I got for the 50% sale at the store, Hemmakväll. That's it. Now I've been talking a lot. I've been talking for more than, well, probably half an hour now, before I rehearsed my presentation that I'm doing next week, which, you know, took 50 minutes right now. It's a long presentation. So I'm tired of talking. Yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching.